Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin commentator kan lórí cyberspace? Ṣé rí téèyàn ò bá máa reply yín? Ó máa dà ń péyàn téèyàn sọ náà ò dáyàn lójú. You understand? Now, I made a post. I said there is no marriage in heaven. The only marriage we are all expecting is the marriage feast of the Lamb. Only those who have received Christ as their Lord and Savior will be rapturable. That is, those are the ones that will be qualified for that marriage because Jesus is the groom. Marriage and salvation are two different things. So if by any reason you were replaced, none of you will go to hell for that purpose unless you renounce the lordship of Christ. Sherry, Moa made up updates here. This person called Emmanuel Oluwaseyi, I don't even know. I didn't want to call your full name. Owani, you are just busy misleading people. Now what for you? Sorry, but mo wo DPN yẹn. Mo rí pé anyway, you are not much elderly. But let me be a Yoruba person that I am. Kí n fún ẹ lọ́wọ́. Jọ̀ọ́, kí ló wà misleading nínú update yìí? As a matter of fact, update yìí is the truest gospel that you can hear from anybody. But unfortunately, this time around, the message of salvation is so scarce, such that even the people, when they climb the pulpits, you hear them talking about themselves, how they traveled out of the country, how they made it, how they become millionaire, how they, how they were suffering sometimes ago, and how everything just happened by miracle. You understand? And that is the reason why people like you will not, appreciate message of the gospel. I said there is no marriage in heaven. Even Jesus said the same thing. Jésù náà sọ pé kò sí ìgbéyàwó lọ́run. Money, the only marriage we are expecting now is the marriage feast of the Lamb. Ìgbéyàwó ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn là ń retí. That is the only ìgbéyàwó. Jésù lọ́kọ ìyàwó, gbogbo wa yányán ni bride. Jọ̀ọ́, kí ló misleading nínú yẹn? Ẹ máa ka Bible yín. Gone are the days of deception. Ayé àtijọ́ tẹ́ ń tàn wá jẹ. Ó ti kọjá lọ. This is the full gospel. Tó bá ń wá full gospel, òun ló wà nínú update tí mo ṣe yìí. Gospel, this is the real gospel. The whole thing put in place, summarized. Kò lè mọ̀ pé update tèmi ń ṣe. Ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run ló ń gbé wá fẹ́mi. Yeah. Torí ẹ̀ ń gbà mí tí n bá ṣe fídíò, mo lè má múra nú ẹ̀. Torí mo lè ṣẹ̀jí kí inspiration yẹn wá. Èmi ò dẹ̀ ń panẹ́ beat. I say it raw. Irú eléyìí nìsín, kí ló wà misleading níbẹ̀? Pé ìgbéyàwó kan ṣoṣo tí gbogbo wa ń retí, ó ní ìgbéyàwó ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn. That is the marriage feast of the Lamb. That is the full gospel. Now, I now said the only people who will be qualified for that marriage are those ones that have given their life to Christ and those ones that are rapturable. Jọ̀ọ́, kí ló wà misleading nínú yẹn? Yeah, because tí n bá sọ pé ó wà okay nsìn wá ní mò ń bú ẹ. What is misleading in that? Now, mo wá sọ mo ní marriage and salvation are two different things. Are they not two different things? You think we are still gullible the way we were in those days? Ayé àtijọ́ lẹ ti tàn wá jẹ. Live and direct. Now, the light of God has, shed to the life of everyone. The time of darkness is over. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ti tàn sí ọkàn gbogbo wa. Now we live in light, no more in darkness that you once put your people. ìgbéyàwó àti ìgbàlà two parallel line ni wọ́n meet, wọ́n dá yàtọ̀ ni. Mo dẹ̀ wá sọ mo ní if by any reason your spouse replaces you, none of you will go to hell for that purpose. Bóyá ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló replace ẹ, bóyá ìwọ ló dẹ̀ replace ẹ, nítorí yín kẹ́ ẹ forí ara yín ṣe, ìyẹn ò dí ìjọba ọ̀run any of you lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àfẹni tó bá ṣẹ́gbàgbọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀lì ní kò sẹ́ni tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ lábẹ́ ẹ̀mí mímọ́ tí ó sọ pé ní ìfibú ni Kristi. Kí ló wà misleading nínú yẹn? Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń polongo marriage, ṣé wọ́n polongo marriage tó àwọn kan? Bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ marriage, ọ̀rọ̀ sex and moral lèmi ń sọ. I talk sex and moral. You understand? Àwọn tí wọn ò lọ́kọ láyé, tí wọn ò sì ní lọ́kọ, tí rapture bá délé ni, ṣé gbogbo àwọn tí wọn ò marry, àwọn single, àwọn sisi, ṣé wọn ò ní dọ́run ni? Widow, àbọ̀n widower, sàn náà ò ní dọ́run. Tí wọ́n ti rí marry, tí wọ́n divorce, tí wọ́n rí marry, ṣé wọn ò ní dọ́run? Ẹni tó níyàwó púpọ̀ tó bá fayé rẹ̀ fún Jésù, ṣé kò ní dọ́run? All because you want people to accept your lies. You understand? You now look like somebody who is not thinking, not making use of his cerebral hemisphere to imagine things, and you get to a stage whereby you fabricate your own truth by yourself. Kí ló misleading nínú update ilé? It is the most simplest gospel ever. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ìgbàlà ó ju ìgbéyàwó lọ, kò sẹ́ni tí ó mọ̀ yẹn. Jesus is not coming to come and count the number of wives you have. As a matter of fact, he is coming to take those ones that belongs to him, those that have received his lordship, those that have believed in him, those that have confessed him as their Lord and Savior. That is the reason why that thief, one of the thieves that was nailed with him, told him that when you get to your father's kingdom, remember me. And he says, today you will meet me in paradise. Salvation is as simple as that. Gone are those days, then deceive àwọn èèyàn, àwọn messages then kiss àwọn obìnrin yín lọ́kàn. Then sọ fún wọn pé tọ́kẹ̀ bá ti fẹ́ yàn, yóò lọ run àpáàdì. Ló jẹ́ káwọn obìnrin máa misbehave. That is why they are losing their place. Because they felt pé láìsá àwọn ọkọ àwọn ò lè gbélé ayé, láìsá àwọn kò lè lóbìnrin míì. Ìgbéraga wá kó sí wọn lórí. Gbogbo wọn tán bá yí ọkọ jẹ́, tán lọ ìwúkú ọkọ nú gbó lágídígbò. Mélòó nú wọn Mùsùlùmí? Christian ní gbogbo wọn. Because ìgbéraga kó sáwọn obìnrin yín lórí. Ó rán ìyàwó pastor bọ́n ṣe burú ni. Náà burú jù nú gbogbo obìnrin àgbáyé. Because of the pride of thinking pé àwọn ni champion. Láìsá àwọn ọkùnrin ò lè béyàn míì ṣe. Àfi tí ó bá fẹ́ yàwó mi ni ò lè béyàn míì sùn. Torá wa yìí ṣe immorality ń bí. Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ẹ kó ìṣìdànù. Kò sí nǹkan tó wà misleading nínú ilé. It is the simplest gospel that you can ever hear in this life. Bó sì sọkùnrin náà lọ fẹ́ yàwó tí ń wùwò orí ibú síyàwó. Tíyàwó yẹn bá fọkọ míì kó lé lọ́run àpáàdì tí ò bá ti ṣẹ́ gbàgbọ́. Tí ò bá ti ṣẹ́ Jésù. Àmọ́ irú yín báyìí tá a bá ní ẹ wá ṣàlàyé ń tẹ́ wí gan kò yé yín. Ẹ má jẹ́ rí lórí péèjì mi mọ́. Torí ò sí méjì tẹ́ máa kàn bí ìjà àbùkù lọ. Ṣé rí pé mo rọra ń sọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ní ìgbégbónára wá. Torí pé irú yín lẹ́sẹẹsẹ lábala lèèyàn máa tó ọ̀rọ̀ yín. Èèyàn máa tó lẹ́sẹẹsẹ ni yìí sọ̀rọ̀ téèyàn lè máa sọ kíákíá, ọ̀rọ̀ ra máa sọ láwẹ́láwẹ́ kó lè yí hàn. Àbí òye yín? So bó ṣe jẹ́nu ayé àtijọ́ lẹ ti tàn wá jẹ tó ṣe pé táwọn náà bá rí irú update á lò misleading. It's gone are those days. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìn ẹni orí ẹ̀ bá pé tọ́mọ tí ń ṣe tó sì mọ Jésù tó gbà yọ mọ̀ pé kò sí gospel kan tó tó ètí mo post. Madamadadi ìchẹ̀nu bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ní òrè kẹrù kò ń lé ọkọ ẹ̀nu. Ẹni nítorí ìyàwó kékeré ni ẹni kò ní ìdọ́rùn bó ṣe rè kẹrù kò ń bẹ̀ ó ti di antichrist nísìn. Yeah! Ẹ ti jí ó fohun ayé kó fi pàdánù ohun ọ̀run torí bá fẹ́ bá ọkọ ìgbéyàwó ohun ayé ni ó mọ̀. Ẹ ti jí ó torí ẹ ti jí ó pàdánù ìgbàlà ọkàn rẹ̀ ó ti di antichrist, proud antichrist ni lórí péèjì ẹ rèé wò bí ṣe ń dáná sun bíbélì ní dáná sun chaplet ní dáná sun rosary This is somebody who was once fervent for the Lord. Mislead ẹ ẹni ó rè kókó lé ọkọ tó fẹ́ ń su lọ́kà. Ngbọ̀ wá bọ́ta ní ìsìn tí ọlọ́kọ mọ́ ẹ̀yin náà lẹ tún fọkọ bù. Ṣé ẹ rò pé mi gọ̀ bí yín ni? Mr. Kílẹ̀lẹ́ ǹjẹ́ yìí, Mr. Gold. Ẹ má jẹ́ rí lórí péèjì mi mọ́. I don't want to see you here. Ṣé ti gbọ́ mi?